Hello, my fellow comic enthusiasts and YouTubers. Welcome back to Nerdy Couch. Today I've got some comic books for you. Please bear with me. I've got a bit of a cold, but we'll get through this. Like I said, got some comic books, but these ones come with a little bit of a story. I would say some comic karma, if you will. A friend of mine named Ren Garretts recently found out that I was collecting Moon Knight comics, so he gifted me a little lot of comics, and he's left a little note for me, and I'm going to read that for you right now. It says, "Greetings, Nerdy Couch. Here, for you, are a handful of Moon Knight comics I am tremendously happy to donate to your cause. My best friend, Peter Balsano, which I'll get to him in a moment, worked on these few issues, adding his artistic quality to the art that is Moon Knight. I am extremely happy to have the honor to add these to your collection, and I really enjoy your show. Keep up the good work. Ren M. Garretts." So, shout out to Ren. Thank you very much for these comics. I'm really going to enjoy them. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the comic karma. So, let's get into this Peter Balsano. Now, Peter, after heavily creeping him, I found out a few things about him, and I've contacted him on Facebook, and he is a super great guy. It seems like he's worked on quite a few children's shows. He's also worked on stuff like George of the Jungle and Clifford the Big Red Dog. Now, like it says here in Ren's note, he had a very small part in some of these Moon Knight books, and I'll show you one of the first ones. This is the Moon Knight #1. And that says it's a director's cut. Beautiful art on this by David Finch. And what Peter told me is that he was able to spend several months working as a student and learning from David Finch. And he was able to draw in these books a very small portion, such as landscaping through some of the window scenes and some of the newspaper clippings that are on the bad guy's wall. Through the first 7 books of this series, he was able to be a small part of that. Now, I have to be very clear that all of his efforts were very heavily guided by David Finch. Quite often, David Finch would draw over or enhance and refine a lot of Peter's work, but Peter says it was a great honor learning from David Finch, the great artist from this book. So a real big shout out to Peter Balsano. Great guy, great artist. And let's look at some of the books that he might have had a little bit of a hand in. And I will put up a couple of pictures up here as a bit of a reference to some of the things he might have had a very small hand in. So we've seen #1. I do not have a #2, but I've been given a #3 for Moon Knight. Again, this is beautiful art by David Finch, and I'm really going to enjoy these books. I've got a #4. Try to get that glare off there a bit. Got a #5. Again, beautiful artwork. And this last one, I've got a #6. Now, he said he worked little bits through 1 through 7, and I'm going to end this at #6, but this has got to be my favorite art out of all of these. This is just absolutely amazing. I love this character, so I'm really happy to get these books. Thanks a lot, Ren, and thanks a lot, Peter, for sharing your story with me. Albeit a small part in these books, what it would be like to work under David Finch and just have any sort of connection to these books is just amazing. It's such an amazing story to me, and I'm glad that I can share it. And thank you, Peter, for letting me share this. One more book that he had a little bit of a hand in was this Supergirl and Nightwing comic. And I will show you that as well. what Peter says is that he had a hand in helping draw the boats and such in this book. Again, very heavily supervised and guided by Joe Benitez. So very heavily guided by Joe Benitez. Peter's work in these books are uncredited because he's a student at this point, and he is very, very heavily guided by these artists. We don't want to take any of the credit away from these artists that have done these books because they've done an amazing job, and that's not what we're trying to do here. But anyways, that's that one again. Thank you very much, both Ren and Peter, for gifting these books to me and letting me share this small story with you guys because I'm fascinated by it. Anyways, guys, take care. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one, guys. Bye-bye now.